Hey, loves. Want to hear more about love, relationships, dating, wellness, and entertainment? You've come to the right place. Let's dive into some juicy topics and see where it takes us. I'm your host, K Love, and you are listening to Love Our Talks. Hi, my name is Kay Love, and I am your host of Love Our Talks, where we dive into juicy topics about love, relationships, dating, entertainment, and wellness. See, I have experienced them all, and look, I'm just here to give my 2 cents. And so we have, again, our co-host here, I guess co-host Caprice. She is joining us again with another freaking juicy topic. I am ready to dive in. What do you think?
Hey y'all, yes, I'm ready. Let's get this party started.
Okay. Well, on today's topic, we'll be talking about keep it consistent. Keep it consistent,
Yes,
people.
yes.
So, yeah, so real quick, when I
Yeah.
think of when you're dating
Mhm.
and
Yes.
consistency, it's like more you want to show a pattern of consistency. And that means you're being real and you keep it real. That's what I think. You're not faking and trying to be
Right.
someone you're not, and you're also, you're not faking to get what you want.
Right.
Because it's only so long you can show that type of pattern if you're fake.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when you can show that your actions match your words,
Right.
and you continue to put forth the same effort and energy, you're now
Mhm.
showing some type of consistency. So
Yes.
that's just kind
Yes.
of what I.
Yes. I mean, I agree with you. And I look for the small consistencies like phone
Mhm.
calls or text messages. And I learned just by dating that when a person got female or male tells you, okay, I want to be sure I'm gonna call you every day, and they're so hyped because the relationship is so new, they begin to call you every day. After a
Yeah.
week or two, it dwindles down to okay, I'm gonna text you. Then it texts 2 texts a week, then 1 text a week, and then there's maybe 1 call every 2 weeks. So that's the lack of consistency that kind of sends red flags that there's
Mhm.
possibly someone else in the background. It's not just you,
Yeah.
So it's the small consistencies that I think that we also have to look for in the beginning stages of the relationship.
Right. Right. And I definitely agree with that as well because when you say that you're going to do something, your word carries weight. And
Yes, it does.
to me,
Yes.
I go into a relationship with more of I'm going to trust you until I see otherwise.
Mhm.
And if you're showing me that you are doing these things that you say you're doing and it's matching and it's going together, but as soon as that pattern starts to shift or it kind of fall off a little bit, now you're starting to open up this questioning like, wait a minute, but you was just doing this for a whole month or for, months straight. Now all of a sudden you're
Exactly.
not doing this?
Right.
Now, like
Exactly.
you said, that's a
Exactly.
red flag. Could that be somebody else?
Exactly.
Is
Right.
have your energy shifted towards somebody else? What's up?
Mhm.
Now, unless you tell
Exactly.
me that, hey, babe, I'm going to be unavailable this amount of
Mhm.
time, or I won't be available around this time, we don't communicate that, then that's
Right.
a problem.
Right. That's
Communication is
yes.
key as well.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. I
yeah.
mean, not only is consistency a major factor in the beginning stages of dating, but it's also important when you're married. I mean, when you before you meet your spouse, if he's always taking you out on Fridays and you're making yourself up and you're looking, presentable and sexy to him, you want to kind of bring that over to a marriage. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
keeps the marriage together. It's just showing I'm being thoughtful enough to I may sleep in my bonnet, I may have on a moo every now and then, but I do want to show you that I can still make myself up and look, attractive to you and sexy to you, but at the same time, I want you to be able to still date me. You want to be, I want to go on dates,
Mhm.
show a little bit consistency from your
Yeah.
dating up into your marital, life. So that's important. And again, it's
Exactly.
communication.
Mhm. And like I said, two things that go hand in hand is your consistency and loyalty. Because if
Ooh,
you're
yes.
inconsistent, can't trust you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because now I'm seeing, okay, what are you going to do this time? Are you who you really say you are? Are you going to be doing this? You know, if you show me certain things, I am trusting you to be doing those same things. Now, you know,
Exactly.
that loyalty goes with that.
Yes,
So
because then it becomes a emotional shift. You know, women, we overthink things, but we're great investigators. Because if my man have a pattern of doing this, and all of a sudden you changing up. Wait, who is she? You know, we automatically like what has drawn you to change up the routine? You don't go smelling like cologne every time you go to the gym, and all of a sudden you put them on. I mean, you know, what's going on? So yeah.
So the thing, and this is a tip for guys too, if you don't want your woman starting to question you and all these things, show some type of consistency. Because when you start to shift and change things up on a woman, guess what? Now she's lurking. Now she's thinking. Now she's in her head wondering what's going on. And now she's questioning you, and you're looking at her like, what? I've done nothing. What are you talking about?
Right.
But it's something that you have planted that's making her question. You've done something. So don't think you've done nothing. And like you said, it could be the small things.
The small things. I mean, at least make that, like, have that talk with her. You know, have that talk with each other. Communicate. Because people grow, people change routines. It's normal. You know, women do it all the time, men do it. So let me know what is, okay, you change up routine. Just kind of give me heads up of the new change so that there won't be any type of, you know, negative seed planted, like you're sneaky, you're up to doing something, there's someone else in the background. Because honestly, this is the day of the age where, you know, it's hard to trust somebody, you know, and to give your loyalty to, or just, you know, and that's a thing that you have to build years and years to really be comfortable with a person, I think, in today's dating age, that to get you there, where you can really let your guards down and really 100% trust someone, you know. So I think it's just communication is so important. It really is. Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, you want that person that you can depend on. You know, you want to be able to have your partner and you can depend on them, you can call on them. You know, it's like, it's just you two together. That's what a relationship is. It's a partnership. So you have to be able to say, hey, you can depend on me, I can depend on you. We're in this together. Okay? It's not a one-sided thing either. So that's just what I think.
Exactly. It can't be. It can't be one side. You want to be able to be with someone where you can totally be transparent, let your guards down. And, you know, it's funny that when they make a mistake, all of a sudden everything goes like, shoot, you know, the wall is built. It's like, you know, but, and it's just, it's hard to kind of build that trust. It's a lot of energy and it's a lot of work. And it gets tiresome at times. You know, it really does. But you love that person. You're willing to put the energy and the time and the work into making it work. You know, if you truly love that person, you will, you know, you'll do it. I'm not talking about beating and infidelity and all those things that's really crossing the line. That's actually that's personal preference, personal opinions. I can't tell you to leave your man because he cheated on someone. That's between you and him to discover what you guys and how you guys are going to work that out. That's not my business. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when infidelity does happen into that relationship, you're guarded. But it takes patience from both sides to kind of build up that relationship and to rebuild that trust. And you have to put the patience in there, and you have to give it time, and you have to do the work. Most importantly, you know, if I'm finding stuff on your phone or whatever, or you cheated in the past, a lot of times people get so just impatient when it comes to, gosh, you know, I told you I'm okay. Like I told you, you know, nothing's happening. And I'm like, well, let me see your phone. Well, give him the phone. I mean, look, I mean, it really helps. I'm serious.
If you're not hiding anything.
Just if you're not hiding anything, just kind of like, you know, let me just make sure my woman knows, here's my phone. This is where I'm at. I mean, it ain't going to last forever. but you have to kind of make her feel comfortable in order to
Yeah.
build up that trust that and vice versa, women the same way. Here's my phone,
Yeah.
whatever, however you want to do it, but you have to be able to open yourself up to make sacrifices in order to make the person feel like there is nothing to worry about. I know I messed up in the past. Here, I'm not going to be trying to hide or secretive about things of this nature. I'm just going to be totally open about my whereabouts. And I hear a lot of men like, well, it's invaded my privacy. She don't trust me. It ain't all about that. It's just about the person and helping them build up that level of trust and just being comfortable and being transparent and open around you because you broke that trust. That's almost like the price you have to pay, right?
Right.
Have to pay the piper one way or the other, and it's just kind of one of the solutions. I mean, as a female, that's what I would want. I would want you to be completely, whatever I ask of you, I expect you to just kind of deliver. That's it. Just deliver. Don't give me any headache. And then eventually, I'm not saying it'll last forever, but be patient with me long enough for me to build up that trust, and see some consistency through that trust. That's it. And we have to
I think, too, like, when it comes to securities and insecurities, sometimes it could be where, the man can say, well, you're just insecure. Well, you also have to really question where is this insecurity coming from? Because a woman is not just going to just wake up in the morning and say, I'm just insecure in this relationship.
Right.
Unless there could be a reason why, or there could be something that is, showing her some type of sign.
Right. Exactly.
So it has to be something, or vice versa, like man or woman. Either way. Because you do have some men that have been cheated on as well.
Yeah.
So,
it's like that. I never forgot a time where, when I was married, my husband at the time used to always compliment me when I go out and, oh, you look great, babe. And it was great. And then it stopped. And then he started complimenting other women, like, friends of your sister, whatever. Oh, you look nice. And not to say that I felt really insecure, but I'm just like, you used to be consistent in complimenting me. Now it stopped. Now I'm looking at myself like, I mean, do I not look nice? I mean, and this was several occasions. It wasn't even just a day. It was just stop. Like, so that's the example of, you're not waking up insecure one day. That's an example of there's been a shift. There's been a change in your actions, right?
Something that you're doing that was consistent in the first place, but now it's no longer consistent. So then now it's like, okay, well, like you said, I'm questioning myself. Now, the thing is, if you were to bring it up to him, if you got that person that would say, okay, well, let me think before I speak type of person, because sometimes they will say, oh, don't worry about that. You're just insecure.
Right.
Because now you brought it up. Now, okay, because I brought it up, now I'm insecure because I'm saying something about it.
Right.
No. I'm saying something about it because I want you to know that your whole thing, you shifted.
Right.
So now I'm putting you on alert to say, hey, you know what? Okay. Wow. So you should take a step back and think, okay, she's saying this to me for a reason. Not to, come at me on this type of level, like I got to have my defense up. No, but I'm just talking to you, letting you know, hey, I noticed something different that you're doing. What's up? Pretty much. That's all it is. But some people will get on the defensive and say, oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I was just saying, and now you're just insecure. I don't know what your problem is.
Right.
Now they want to put it on. No, bro. No.
Right, exactly. So,
so you got to be careful with that. When you do. If you see something inconsistent and you bring it up, where's it going to go? Would it lead to an argument, or would they actually take note and take that information in and consider your feelings and your thoughts? Then what? So that matters. So then again, like you said, it's all about communication. Because now, if you have that partner where you can really communicate with them, then they won't be defensive. There's no need to get on the defense.
No,
you know,
not if you have
we
a
in this together. I'm not your enemy.
No,
you know?
right, exactly. Yes, it's just respecting each other. We have a respectful conversation. You know, I don't think that women need to come on 10 because he out there complimenting someone else or didn't compliment you that day.
Right.
And you get home and it's like, you know, because men don't hear all of this, you know. So I think that it's just about deliverance and how we talk to our men. And I think that we need to,
you know, women, our feelings, we lead with emotions.
We
so
do
guess
lead
what's
with
coming
emotions.
out our mouth? It's our, we're mad.
Yeah.
The emotion, whatever you're feeling, whether you're angry, you're crying, you're sad, whatever, it's some emotion coming out of you that he's like, what just happened?
Yes. And that's when we have to take that woosah moment, moment, gather your thoughts and your emotions together, and then talk to your person, your man, because men don't receive that type of communication. They do not receive it well. And they really don't. They don't, because they compartmentalize a lot of things.
Yeah.
And first of all, they wonder why you're yelling. They ain't gonna know the reason why she yelling. Why she crying?
Why you yelling? Why you crying?
What you crying? Yes, that issue with the fact that you complimented someone and you didn't do me is not going to come until later down the road. You know. So,
all this is going on.
This is what they see, right? Exactly.
Oh my God. So better communication and you know, when you see certain things being inconsistent, that could possibly help, because that's part of it as well. Communication.
That exactly is. Yes.
Let's talk about this. Let's try to figure this out together. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of couples need to stop acting like they're enemies when there's an issue.
Yeah.
I am not your enemy. Because you know, I'm having an issue with something that you did or you said, doesn't mean I'm your enemy today. Yeah,
because everyone wants to make their point, and they want to make their point very clear to the opposite person.
Yeah.
And we can agree to disagree, but we just have to take a step back and just breathe, gather your thoughts, and just have a normalized conversation, because you want to be able to work with that partner.
Yeah. Now, I can admit I am very animated. And my stuff don't be. I don't come. Let's put it this way. I have a soft heart and a loving heart, and I am always passionate about a lot of stuff. I'm passionate about so many things. If I love it, I'm passionate about it. So that includes talking to whether, you know, like my partner about something.
Yeah.
And I may come across like I'm yelling, but it's not yelling. I'm just excited and passionate about what it is I'm talking about. And so even in conversations, normal conversations like this, I can be so like on another level.
Yeah.
Because
you're passionate about it. Yeah, you're passionate about it. But are you like that when you're upset? Are you upset when you're upset with your partner? Is that how you are? You're like that when you're upset with them?
See, when I'm upset, that's a whole other ballgame. You would really know if I'm mad. And here's the kicker, though. I honestly believe it's either one or two things is going to happen. If I'm too quiet, then that's a problem.
Okay.
Or I'm upset and I am like, it's coming out. But I go quiet first. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm quiet first because I'm really trying to talk myself off the ledge, because I know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
And if I get toward that ledge, I'm not going down, I'm going up. Like, it's blast off time. I'm about to go on 50 to 100. It's 0 to 100. Like, I try my best to tell myself, Trina, there is a middle ground. You're okay. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that too. I get quiet, but I also I got to clear it up. I got to get it off my chest. Like, I can't carry something that's been nagging at me a week or two later, because then I forget. Like, I have a whole speech lined up in my head. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell them this, and girl, I used to write stuff down. Like, I used to have a list. Okay, I'm gonna tell them this. I'm gonna make this point, this point, this point. But if I wait and hold on like a week or two, I don't have that energy. Like, I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly,
I've done that.
Points.
Yeah. I know exactly.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm calmed down. I wrote down my bullet points. So this is issues I have with you. I'm ready to discuss it now because I don't want to carry this over because I ain't gonna want to talk about it.
Yeah.
2 days or 3 days from now, and that's kind of how I am. So.
Okay.
But again, you have to get to learn your partner's routine of communicating.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to come to some common ground when it comes to learning how to communicate with each other and your ways of communicating.
Yeah.
So
like like I said, I'm the opposite. I would carry certain things, and I could be mad for days. And he'll be like, Trina, I'm over it. Get over it. And I'm like,
that's how I am. Like,
no, but I'm still mad. Like, and he's like, went on and still doing stuff for me and still doing. It's like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, looking at you. Right. I'm looking at him like, I don't know what you're touching that for because I'm not doing it. That's
right.
But it's like for him, it's like whatever. It was an argument. It is what it is. Let's move on.
Well, right, exactly.
So
I think he knows his partner.
Exactly. I have that. It's like that balance of the opposite because if it was somebody else that was sitting that thing with me, we'd never get along. Like we would literally probably argue all the time. Probably wouldn't talk for days, weeks maybe. But I don't have that type of person in my life because he makes it to where it's let's move on. I'm over it. Like he may be mad, but I don't see him ever mad like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't show me that I'm going to carry this anger towards you. No. It's like, snap your fingers.
Right.
And he wants me to do that, but I try my best. Hope I try. Pray for me.
Okay, right. Exactly. Yes. And that goes back to that consistency, right? You know how his habits are. Now, just imagine if one day he shifts and he starts jabbing out and going on. You're wondering like, wait, whoa. Yeah.
That would be a problem. And all this time, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
All that time, right. Now you shifting? No.
I would have to be like, Hoppo, who is this man? Come get him. Who is this man, Hoppo? Come get him, please. Because I don't know. I don't know who he is.
Something.
I don't know.
There's something different that's happening, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely something different that's going on. So, but
Yeah, definitely consistency is key, and it plays a major factor in relationships. So people, just try your best to show your partner that consistency. If you truly, really are in it for the right reasons and you want to be with that person, show consistency. That shows loyalty and communicate.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah. You got any other parting words for us?
I just wanted to say that I agree with you on that one, and just be patient with your person, and like I said, communication seems to be the number one issue when it comes to relationships failing is the lack of communication. So it's okay to shift, but let the person know what's going on. What's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, what's happening in your life that causes that shift and that inconsistency. And that's speaking long-term relationship. But look, child, if you dating like me, no, you 2 weeks, he ain't calling you back on time. Or just in your text message, move on.
Some ain't right. Let me tell you.
Right, you early daters, y'all. You get them signs done early. See the signs early. Don't waste your time.
Especially if they told you out their mouth what they were going to do. And they did the total opposite.
Run. Look, run.
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 I love it.
So,
I love it. Okay. Well, I thank you so much for joining in this conversation. I'm hoping next time we can just jump into more juicy topics and talk about we just love to talk about interesting things. We want to help people out there with their relationships if we can. And, we're here. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video here, our conversation. And Love Our Talks. It also is on our podcast, so don't forget that as well. This will also be shared on YouTube, so that's where we'll be hosting this. This is going to be super exciting. So thank you again for joining us. Until next time, I just want to say this. Go out, do something great, achieve great things, because guess what? You are great, and you're destined to be successful. So, till next time with Love Our Talks, I'm your host, K Love. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.